Think of yourself as stuck and like you can't get off of the treadmill. Are there times when things drain your energy and happiness, leaving you feeling empty? You're not the only one who feels this way. At times, the thought of leaving seems like a faraway dream to everyone. What if this very action could show you your biggest strength? Stoicism is an ancient way of thinking that was taught by people like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca. It tells us that being strong emotionally and living a good life are both sources of strength. We'll look at 10 life-changing ideas that will show you that walking away isn't a sign of giving up, but a brave step toward getting your energy and happiness back. This video will help you understand how to end a bad friendship, quit a job that doesn't make you happy, or stay away from people who are negative. It's about having the strength to let go and the knowledge to know when it's time. Get the bravery and knowledge you need to break free and enter a world of peace, clarity, and purpose right now. Number 1, not everything needs your attention. People often think of walking away as a sign of failure or weakness, but it actually has a hidden power that, when used wisely, can change your life in a big way. Stoicism is at the heart of this old practice that teaches us how to let go and focus on what's important. Imagine that you are at a fork in the road, and each path leads to a choice. You can stay stuck in things, people, or habits that drain you, or you can take a brave step away to grow and find inner peace. With their timeless wisdom, Marcus Aurelius and Seneca helped us see that our power doesn't come from going through needless pain, but from deciding where to put our precious energy. In today's busy world, using this power means knowing when a job, a relationship, or a way of life is no longer good for you. It means realizing that some fights aren't worth the trouble, not because you can't win, but because the victory isn't really worth it. It means paying attention to the voice inside your head that says, "There's more to life than this," and moving away from the chaos to find your peace. When you walk away, it doesn't mean you're running away from problems. It means you're going toward a life with meaning and satisfaction. Making room for new chances that fit your goals and values is what it means. This turns walking away from something as an act of surrender into a powerful choice for. Number 2, it's not selfish to set limits. Setting limits isn't selfish at all. It's a smart and selfless thing to do. Picture drawing a line in the sand for every contact you have and every yes or no choice you make. These lines aren't there to keep people out. They're there to show where your peace stops and chaos begins. You need the skill of a painter and the strength of a fighter to do this kind of art. Then walking away is your most powerful tool. It shows that you value your peace more than the noise of the world. The hard truth is that your energy and mental health are not unlimited resources. They are treasures that you should protect with all your might. You're not being cold or mean when you choose to leave situations or people that constantly cross the lines you've set. You're showing a level of self-respect that is radical in how simple it is and transformative in how it works. This action makes it clear that I am in charge of my own peace and that I choose who and what gets my attention. Stoicism shows us how important it is to know what we can control and let go of what we can't. This choice comes from that insight. Walking away doesn't mean giving up. It means picking fights that are worth fighting and relationships that make you stronger instead of weaker. In this case, it means realizing that not every fight or argument needs your presence or your voice. These days, everyone wants your time and attention. Figuring out when to step back and when to lean in is not only smart, it's also important for your mental and emotional health. Number 3, closure isn't always outside. This is a common mistake. People think that closure, that elusive sense of peace they seek after a tough situation or relationship, can only come from someone or something outside of themselves. There are times when we sit by the door of our hearts, and beg for an explanation, a sign, or an acknowledgement that may never come. In our search for this outward closure, we hold back our own power and stop moving forward in our lives. But Stoicism has taught us that we can make our own peace by choosing to walk away, even if the conversation is still going through our thoughts. It may seem counterintuitive that walking away is a sign of strength, since the world tells us that sticking, fighting, and facing our fears are signs of strength. However, a wise Stoic once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Think about these words the next time you think about your power. True strength doesn't come from arguments or waiting for someone to say sorry or give you an answer. It comes from being able to control the quality of your thoughts. True power comes from being able to choose to love yourself, to choose peace over chaos in your mind, and to choose growth over anger. In a way, you have to walk away in the same way that you leave the room. You have to decide to ignore the thoughts that keep you stuck in a loop of pain and confusion. When you do this, the power of walking away will become clear, giving you a real weapon against the pain that won't go away. Now picture if you turned that key and instead of waiting for a sign, you chose to find closure inside yourself. Break free from your chains and take charge of your thoughts, steering them toward compassionate shores. Change your attention from why to what now. Use the things you've been through as bridges, not walls. Give yourself the peace you thought other people could only give you. That's the secret power of leaving and the key to finding peace in your life. Number 4, you can grow by getting out of your comfort zone. Have you ever stared at a closed door with a racing heart because you knew you had to leave something familiar? Change is happening at an intersection, which is both scary and exciting. Stoics thought that courage wasn't just charging into war, but also knowing when to back down for the greater good. Think about the butterfly. It has to leave the safety of its cocoon and walk away before it can dance with the wind. Number 5. You can't change other people. It's a powerful thing to know that some fights aren't worth it, especially when the other person is trying to change us. It can be as pointless to try to change someone into your ideal as it is to teach a fish how to climb a tree. It makes you tired, lowers your happiness, and most importantly, it ignores a basic truth. Personal growth and change come from within, from realizing something for yourself, not from being persuaded by someone else. Being aware of this can free you from the weight of unfulfilled expectations, letting you focus on the only person you can change, yourself. Things get stronger over time when you try to control them. A modern Stoic might say, "Free yourself and let things take their own natural course." This is a wise saying that reminds us of the freedom that comes from accepting what is. You don't have to give up, you just need to change how you're working. Instead of putting all of your energy into trying to change someone else, use that energy to improve yourself and take care of yourself. Develop skills that make you feel good, make habits that are good for your body and mind, and spend time with people who can help each other grow. In this way, you become a change agent, not by forcing others to change, but by showing others how to change. You need to be deeply connected to your core values and know what means most to you in order to have the power to walk away. When things happen that make you feel threatened, you need to set limits with grace and stay strong. Try not to change other people. Every step back is a step forward on your path to growth and self-discovery. It creates a space where relationships can grow based on mutual respect and understanding, instead of trying to force people to fit into certain roles. When you walk away, you're not just giving up on trying to change other people. You're walking toward a life where you can grow based on the knowledge that change starts with you. Number 6. Believe in your gut. Having the courage to walk away is an art, a delicate dance with the beats of life. At its core is the deep act of trusting your gut. It's like having an inner guide that always points you toward happiness and peace, even when the way isn't clear. It's not loud, this compass whispers, nudging you gently toward choices that are in line with your core values. It takes courage to learn to listen to this inner direction. It means having the guts to pause, pay attention, and act on what you believe is right, even if it goes against what other people think or what society expects. Getting good at walking away starts with training your mind to be quiet, so you can hear your instincts through all the noise of everyday life. For example, this could mean making time in your day for quiet moments, where you can check in with yourself. Ask yourself, does this feel right to my core? If you hear a whisper of no, that's your sign. It's about getting used to being alone, to be able to sit with your thoughts and see the direction they give you without reacting right away or looking for approval from other people. This skill gives you power. It puts you fully in charge of your life and lets you make decisions based on your own knowledge and conviction. Getting good at walking away starts with training your mind to be quiet, so you can hear your instincts through all the noise of everyday life. For example, this could mean making time in your day for quiet moments where you can check in with yourself. Ask yourself, does this feel right to my core? If you hear a whisper of no, that's your sign. It's about getting used to being alone, to be able to sit with your thoughts and see the direction they give you without reacting right away or looking for approval from other people. Number 7. Leaving doesn't mean giving up. Imagine that you're in the middle of a game of chess when you realize that your plan is getting you nowhere. The hardest thing to do. You should change your strategy, even if it means giving up an important piece. Now, use this reasoning to look at life as a huge grid. This is not a sign of failure every time you take a step back or leave a situation that is no longer useful to you. This is a tactical retreat. This very action is your silent roar that says, I value my peace and progress over the illusion of victory at any cost. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. These words, even though they are old, still ring true today. Focus on the power you have inside you instead of the chaos outside. Giving up on something isn't the same as running away from a problem. It's realizing that you have power when you pick your battles carefully. You have to be able to tell when a road doesn't fit with who you are and where you want to be. Realizing this and being able to step back and turn toward a road that leads to growth is what makes champions. Walking away can be freeing, but it takes self-awareness and courage, which are traits we all have waiting to be used. Being okay with the idea that some things don't need your attention is what it means. This way of thinking can help you make decisions about your relationships, your job, or any other part of your life where you are at a crossroads. If you ask yourself, is this making me more like the person I want to be? And the answer is no, then you've found a powerful truth. Leaving isn't losing, it's carefully moving toward your true goals. Let this choice be your statement that you are not going to let outside conditions control your journey. Accept it as your biggest strength. Before we move on to number 8 on our list, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel to never miss out any of our videos about Stoicism and the way you can master your life. Number 8. Let your actions speak. Every fight we don't go into and every mean word we don't say brings us closer to a deep power that many people don't see. It may seem like walking away is the easiest and least difficult thing to do, but it takes a lot of courage and a deep knowledge of one's own values and strengths. In these situations, when you're faced with criticism or conflict, choosing not to get involved shows how smart you are. Marcus Aurelius once thought about how we hurt ourselves more when we hold on to old hurts and don't let go. His words remind us of how powerful it is to walk away, not because we don't know what to say, but because we choose peace over being right. Walking away from things or people that drain our energy or go against our ideals is a respectable and self-protective thing to do. It's about knowing how much our peace is worth and not letting it be broken. Being honest about the fact that we can't fight every battle isn't the same thing as running away from them. It means understanding that our time, energy, and peace are valuable, and that we have the power to choose where and how to spend them. We take back our power and shift our attention to acts that are in line with who we are and who we want to be by walking away. Actions that say a lot about who we are and what we want to do without us saying a word. To use this power, you need to have a strong connection with yourself and know that being quiet and not responding can be the most powerful thing you can do. We are not weak when we walk away on purpose. Instead, we are very strong when we know our limits and pick our fights wisely. It's a planned strategy that helps us save our energy for things that are really important to us, like building a life that fits with our core values. As we do this, we become a quiet and strong example in a world where people often act without thinking and fight without reason. When we walk away, it becomes our strongest power, a quiet affirmation of our independence and an unbreakable peace inside. Number 9. Seek validation within. Finding support inside yourself is like following your own drumbeat, even when the world around you seems to be playing a symphony that drowns out your own beat. It's about being strong in silence and realizing that your worth doesn't depend on how many people like or dislike you. Think of yourself as a strong oak tree. Your roots go deep, not because of the praise of strangers, but because you get food from the soil of your own self-esteem. Marcus Aurelius once thought about what external praise was and asked himself, "Do I have any control over it? No, then ignore it." His advice tells you that the key to unrestricted peace of mind is not to seek approval from others, but to create an inner sanctuary of self-approval. To start this soulful journey, you should first have an honest and inspiring conversation with yourself. Change the stories that society has etched into your mind and get rid of the ones that don't help you find yourself. Picture your dreams, your goals, and the person you want to become. Then go forward with conviction on that road, knowing that detours and setbacks are just lessons disguised as signs of how valuable you are. Make your own motto that speaks to you deeply. It should be your guiding light when questions cover you and the world around you is full of opinions and hopes. Remember who you are, what you stand for, and how beautiful your trip is. For those times when you're sure of your own worth, you'll find the immense power and freedom of looking for approval within. Lesson 10. Embrace fresh air. No one else can paint your life like you can. It's a beauty. Each stroke and color shows a different choice you make and a different road you choose to walk down or avoid. Taking in fresh air means deciding to go down a new road that is completely clear and uncluttered. This will clear your mind and make you feel better. Think about it this way. When you're in a room with stuffy air, you can't deny how much better you feel and more clear your mind is after going outside and taking a big breath of fresh air. This is also what happens when you leave situations that aren't good for your growth or well-being, opening the door to new options and points of view in your soul. You're not running away when you make this choice. You're going toward a life that fits better with who you are and who you want to be. Marcus Aurelius once thought that mental peace was the most important thing you could have. Retreating to yourself is when you've found your biggest power. When you use this knowledge, keep in mind that protecting your peace may mean leaving behind things that make it hard to find. It makes sense and is important. When you let go of the old, new seeds can grow. Imagine the possibilities that will open up for you when you allow yourself to leave places or people that make you feel like you're walking against the wind. Now is the time to turn around. Let the wind carry you forward and welcome the path of self-discovery. The fact that you chose to walk away shows how strong you are and respects your health, and by doing that, you become a source of strength and motivation. The path ahead is very far away, but it looks like it will be full of new starts and thrills. Accept it. Each step you take away from what dims your light should be seen as a step toward your own happiness and understanding. By thinking about the wisdom of Stoicism and the art of walking away, we've learned that what makes us strong is the ability to assess and the courage to make smart choices about what to do. It shows how important it is to take a smart retreat and save our energy for things that are important to us. Click here to watch our video, which will make you confident. See you there in a second. Be stoic, stay stoic.